Concentrate.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Packer team as we interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since Week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now. Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
It's hard to believe as he gets that first down, but Sammy Watkins is in his 9th NFL season, and he still hasn't even turned 30 yet. Plenty of tread left on the tires to be a contributor, like he has been with 4 teams over his first 8 years in the league.
They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On second and a yard, Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other. Skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And Johnson's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. We'll get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall. And some room to work. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target. And that's how he'll shred the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
All right, defense, way to hold up.
Kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Shake the intercept ball. Shake it off.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021,
Whoever hands off that
that's
shit.
one NFL coach turned his defense.
2 incomplete passes in a row, finally. He was at his S strike
Jets
though.
taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson steps away to his left.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he'll
Strike
be
play.
taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
You got that block. Could have got some yards out of it.
Here in the early part of the year, and they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And the timing a bit off that side falls to the ground. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
We're going to lose this game.
Man to punt.
See how this shit going.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes some numbers here before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
The duo of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon split the work in Green Bay last season. Jones was still his excellent self with almost 1,400 all-purpose yards and 10 touchdowns. He even moved into the all-time top 5 for the pack in rushing. No small feat with that franchise's history.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The numbers for Jones last week, 21 carries, 95 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers had his hands on it but dropped it. Making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. He'll wind up being stopped.
Good job.
And it'll lead to a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over. Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bull. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make the play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I'd have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
If you're going to choose a franchise back from the 2022 class, most figured it would be Brees Hall out of Iowa State, and he was a first guy off the board to the New York Jets. More than looked the part of a bell cow offensive cornerstone at Iowa State, and by testing numbers, one of the best athletes we've seen enter the league at his position.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Open man is Uzama. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Paul want to give up the middle. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to go down. Safe right around the 17. They'll wind up losing 10 there. A full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins.
That fucking gets so wide open.
For Green Bay. And even 4.
They always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And it's a Packers touchdown. Alan Lazard, 31 yards. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Johnson for the extra point try. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 73 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson.
Let's try.
And he
drag.
Have a Jets 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll give to Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man.
That's it. I know how this game gonna go.
Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
2nd and 2.
To throw is Rodgers.
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. He fights him off.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them to the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back of the back 7, phenomenal.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Touchdown, Jets.
Good job, Fuller. Good job, baby.
And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Alan Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another drive.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses to see how they...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
reception. Here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds in this first half. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wilson. And this is incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the shotgun, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
How much room did I have? Well, I probably could have went all the way to the fucking end zone. Damn.
On first down, Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes a field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The off-season pickup, Chase Edmonds. A touchdown there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. as we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. We had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California. Second half starts with a run by Hall, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Hall again on second down, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's Hall again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. Forced out to his left. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Rasul Douglas picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season.
This guy got 4 fucking guys over there. Goddamn.
Because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's some bullshit. How that went out here, this guy here would have never caught the ball. He's got one-on-one coverage. Over here, wow, 4 fucking guys.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Connected with Tunyon along the sideline. That'll leave them with
Yeah,
a
this
3rd
guy,
and 2
right pass.
coming up. They got 8 yards
Right
here.
pass.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Yeah, he's got it. And
Jesus, I'm saying, let me move.
bounds right at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Jones is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. Touchdown!
He's so wide open.
Robert Tonyan. Touchdown. And the Packers use the short field to get in for 6. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to.
They don't need to close it.
I
already knew this was going to happen.
In that situation.
I knew it.
Johnson's extra point. Up and good.
This game
And it pushes the lead up
going
to
to happen.
11.
No way in the world. We don't need to get excited trying to come back. We already know this is doomed for you to lose.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
For the PAT, here's Johnson. And the lead is up to 18 now. The
A scoop and score. Always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Give to Hall running right, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year. And
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I think a Jet was able to recover and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt. This is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rolling to his right. And he nearly got the first.
Taking my 4th and 4.
Appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back now at Lambeau. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again with Hall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there.
I'm taking my last 4th and 4.
And it brings up
slants.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that
Test
play,
move.
and even better execution.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now the second-year man from Carolina, this is Michael Carter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. Just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. They'll try to run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll look to run with Hall. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards.
That was 4th down? Oh, come on, man. Not even robbing me, man.
Goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line.
I know that was fucking 4th down. God damn it.
They needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there.
And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And here comes Berrios. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll run with Hall. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Steps away, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. It's complete to Fuller. And he is out of bounds before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
The play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day. Pocket for their quarterback.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, a quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 16-point deficit. So a frustrating result. It's a 10-play drive, but it yields nothing on the scoreboard.
And to get off the field there without giving up points, that's a big win defensively.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. A throw left side. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I knew that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ball again on 2nd down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers from others to make the play. Not in this case.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Sliding out of the pocket. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll run with Carter. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. Charles said for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Green Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.
The guy got his goal already. Ooh-wee. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Huh? What shoes? they turn it down, right here side. Alright. Okay. I don't know. I ain't seen no downside right now.
Let's get it. We the champions. Here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'll let the plug in the truth to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, taking it over. Call it promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I built and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call it Khalif. Bring up in the. You know I stay with some bad baby. TGOD baby, now that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. You throwing hundreds, we pouring the same. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get it once, but we get
Tight, boy. It's gonna be tight.
most times I be scoring. Do this for my city. I bring on